player.
Okay, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, just hide the player
oh,
effects. Didn't do anything else, but this time, today we are going to design like a kind of like homepage for this. And then I guess we can do like a restart page as well or something. Just to finish, just to polish it up. So we have like everything basically good over here. Okay. So after that, now we can actually just I guess just design the homepage. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new sprite. Click paint. What should we name this game, everyone? Um, I guess for this new sprite, we can name it the kind of game title, and then just name it whatever you want. So my sister was calling it. Okay, so all right, what name would you like? Well, I guess I'll just make it like I'll use the handwriting because that's what we've been using, but you can also use like Pixel or something as the font. And I'll just call it Shooter Game for now. We can change the title later, but it's gonna be large. And then what I'm gonna do is I am gonna actually to design this well, I'm gonna actually just copy what I have for the speedster in the enemy sprite, and then I'm gonna kind of copy it to the title page over here, and I'm gonna move it to the side. I'm gonna make sure to group it. We can use this button over here to group items together so that they're treated as one item instead of multiple separate items. I guess I'll just move this guy over here, and then I'll actually try to copy another one as well. Think I'll just copy the enemy tank. Actually, I'll copy all three. You know what? And I'm gonna group it as well. Click the group button, and then I'm gonna rotate it a bit. I can add it like over here, and then looks all pretty good. We can also copy the soldier sprite, and you can design it however you want. It doesn't have to be the exact same as mine. I'm going to group this one as well. Grouping, again, makes it one object instead of multiple, so you can drag it all together, making it way easier to deal with, right? Okay, so that's what my design looks like. To copy and paste the items I had, you can just go to the sprite, you can highlight it all, and then click the copy button on the very top. And once you click that, you can go back to your sprite and then click the paste button to paste the actual item.
wait, how do you
Yeah.
copy and paste the characters?
Yeah. You go to the enemy, so you go to the character where you in which you want to copy, and then you can basically use your mouse click. Make sure you're on the mouse option, and then you click and then drag to highlight all the items, and then let go. Now you have everything, but you need to click copy up here, right up here, copy.
Oh, wait, how do you click everything?
You click everything by clicking the mouse option right over here, and then you basically you click down on the top right, top left, I mean, and then you drag it to the bottom right. And this creates like a highlight box. And then once you let go, it selects all the items in that box. And then you can, of course, just click the copy button up there, and then you go back to your I guess title, and then you can click paste.
Oh wait, how did you rotate it? Do you? Oh,
Rotate.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
rotate.
see.
Once I pasted it in, I click this group option on the very top to treat it as one object, and then you can see that there's this arrow option, right? If I
Yeah.
zoom in a bit, there's this arrow option. You can do this arrow option to rotate it. And then once you're done, you can let go.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. And then after this doesn't have to be after you're done. You can do it right now, but just move your entire title. I guess move it up a bit to the top because we want the title to be on the top so we can have like not like the very top. You can move it like somewhere just in the upper bit, and then we'll have like a play button over here. So there's gonna be like a button to actually enter the game. So that's where we're gonna have it. Um, but yeah. All right. So once you're done with this title design, I just want to really quick just move to the health and money display item over here. And then I'm going to put some text over here to tell the user that we're going to press P or shop, just to make sure when people play this, they know what to do. And then I'm going to, of course, change it to a better color. I'm just going to make it black. But yeah, it's going to be up there. Does anyone need more time to design their things?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, that's fine. All right. Does anyone need more time now?
I'm just wondering, could I like when I have like the tank stuff, can I add little bullets to it?
Yeah, of course. If you want to change up the design, of course. Free to do whatever you want with this design. In fact, I may add a bit more. Let's see. What else could be added? Hmm. Guess I can make more copies of these people. Okay. Are we all ready to move on now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now let's go into the actual code. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drag out, this time it's going to be when flag clicked, not when I receive start game. So when flag clicked, we're going to actually do show. Make it show. And then we're going to go to motion, and then we're going to make sure it's in the center. Go to 0, 0. Then after that, so it's going to show the start menu. And then when we receive start game, so when the game actually starts, we're going to make sure it hides. So we're going to go to looks and then drag out hide for when the game actually starts. And then we're going to drag out another when I receive. It's going to be a when I receive game over. We're going to have to create a new message by clicking new message up here, and then we're going to make it game over. So then we're going to show this menu again because we do want it to show up, you know? So the player can restart the game. But now, since we have the start game title here, we're going to go to, I think it was in the back. No, wait, it was in the player. Yes, go to the player and find the code where we have when flag clicked start game, broadcast start game. We're just going to go ahead and just delete that. Just delete those two blocks. That's it. Now this
Wait,
gets
where?
start game. Sorry,
Wait,
what?
where? Where?
In the player sprite, there should be this when flag clicked broadcast start game. Just it should be on the very top right corner as well, or top left corner, my bad. And then we're just going to delete it.
Oh,
Once we
okay.
delete it, our game interface should look just something like this. Okay. And then while we're still in the player sprite, we're going to add in a new thing. So we're going to drag out when flag clicked. And then we're going to go to looks and then drag out a hide. So we're going to make sure the player hides when we first click the flag. And then we got to make sure it shows when I receive start game. So move that into the when I receive start game. So these are the three blocks we added. When flag clicked, hide, and then we added show in start game. So this ensures that when we're on the menu, it's hidden. And when we actually start the game, it does actually show. And then next, we're going to add a when I receive game over. And then this time, we're going to hide it. Yeah, we're going to hide it. But we're also going to do something else. We're going to stop all, and we're going to change that stop all to stop other scripts in the sprite. So that means when the game is over, all the scripts in this player sprite are going to stop.
Wait, what? Wait, can you go back to the thing?
Yeah. So when the game is over, we're going to hide, and then we're going to stop other scripts in the sprite. And then finally, we're going to add a sound. We're going to start sound game over. Right after we stop other scripts in the sprite. So those are the 3 bits of code we're going to add. Okay, now let's move on to the next sprite. We got to add kind of this new code to every single sprite now. So in the player bullet, go to the next sprite, which is the player bullet sprite. And in here, we're just going to simply add when I receive game over, stop other scripts in the sprite. So stop all and then change it to other scripts in the sprite. And that's it, actually, for this one.
啊，爸爸去哪儿了
Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. After you have that, we're going to copy this code over to the enemy. But what we can do is we can literally just drag this piece of code and then move your mouse over the enemy sprite and then let go. And then if you go to the enemy sprite, it should have copied the code. So the enemy is also going to stop when this happens. And then we're also going to copy this over to the shop menu. So just drag it over to the shop menu, make sure your mouse is over the shop menu, and let go. And now it should be in the shop menu. But there's something different we're going to do in the shop menu. After stopping all other scripts in the sprite, we're going to go to looks, and then we're going to drag out a hide. And then we're going to do the same thing for the shop left button and the shop right button. So we're going to copy this over to the shop left button. We're also going to copy it over to the shop right button. And we're also going to copy it over to the shop options. And we're going to also copy it to the shop action button. And then we're also going to copy it over to the power ups. And then also the effects display. And we're going to leave the game title alone.
Wait, should we do shop menu too?
Shop menu.
Yeah.
Yes. So we copied it over to player, player bullet, player enemy, shop menu, shop left button, shop right button, shop options, shop actions, and power ups, and then effects display. But we do not copy over to game title nor health and the a money display. But it's okay if you placed it in the health and money display. Just make sure you don't put it in the game title.
And do we do it in the shop options?
Yes. We want it in every single sprite except the game title and the health and money sprite if you want. In order to stop the game when the game does end. So yeah. So like if I like lose the game instead of well actually I can't even start the game right now, so that's not good. But but yeah.
We do it in player bullet or no?
Yes. We do it in everything except the game title and health and money display. That's right. So those two spells. Okay. Once we have all of this, we're actually going to create a new sprite. So go down and paint a new sprite. So we're going to call this the start game button. Start game button. And then we're simply just going to make a button that says start game. I'm going to kind of copy over the shop action button, but you don't need to. We can have it to be completely new. Make sure you move it to the center. I'm going to change the equip into actually play. And then you know what? I'm going to actually make it larger. Something like that. Keep it in the center. All right. Once we're done with this button, we're gonna go to the code, and then we're gonna drag out a when flag clicked, and a when I receive game over, and a when I receive start game. The first thing is we're gonna make it show. So show when flag clicked, hide when start game, and show when game over. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a forever loop in the when flag clicked, and we're also gonna have the same forever loop in the game over. Start game is still hide. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have an if else in both of them, and then sensing, and then we're gonna do touching mouse pointer in both of them. And we're gonna use this neat little trick. We're gonna do this. We are gonna go to change size by, and then we're gonna grab out a minus sign and a divide by. And we're gonna put the minus sign into the divide by, and we're gonna move it into the if. And then we're going to go back to looks, and then we're going to drag out this size circular variable option, and then we're going to place it in the first slot. Place it in the first slot. And then in the divide
Where'd you
by,
get the
actually,
small one?
sorry, what?
Where'd you get the small thing?
The small thing?
The small size.
Oh, in looks, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see it right over here. It basically, it's the value that's stored within is the size of the
Oh,
menu option.
oh, okay, okay.
So in these two places, we're going to put 115 and then 5. And then we're going to duplicate this, what we just did. Move it to the bottom. And then instead of doing that, we're going to make it 100 this time. Oh, and sorry, actually, I think I mixed it up. We're going to do it the other way around. Yeah, we're going to do it the other way around, my bad. So move size and the actual 100 and 115 around. Move the size, move the size object to the middle. Just swap those two places because I actually messed it up. My bad. But once you do have this, what it does, it creates like a dynamic kind of like smooth button that pops up when you hover over it. So that was the point of it, and it's pretty nice. We're gonna make sure we make the button go to 0, 0, and I'm gonna change the Y to -40 on mine because I want it to be kind of below a bit. Actually, maybe -20 works for me. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like that. And then we're gonna just copy the same thing into the one game over. So we're gonna copy the same two, change size by. And then we're gonna
Can we go
add, yeah, what's up?
in a second? And after we're done with this part, can we go back to the um what's it called? The game title code.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes. But then we're going to add if to each side on the top. So we're going to add an if. So inside the if part of the if else of the if touching mouse pointer, we're going to add ifs there. And then we're going to go to sensing and then we're going to check when mouse is down. So that's when we click the actual button. And then we're just going to do one simple thing for both of them. We're going to broadcast the message in events. We're going to broadcast, not game over, but start game. And then we're going to stop not all, but other scripts in this sprite. And we're going to duplicate this and move it to the second one. So these two codes should almost be identical. I mean, it can be identical. Oh, and one more thing. We're going to make sure we hide the button. So we're going to hide the button in both of them. Just like that. It looks something like that. Okay, if we're all done with this, we can actually make the code better by going to the game title. And then here we have when flag clicked, show. But after that, we're just actually going to broadcast game over. Because what game over does, or actually, wait, no, let's not broadcast game over. Never mind. Don't do that. We're just going to keep what we have right here. Now, everything should be working fine. Now, we have this title page, and then we can click it to start the game. And then when we lose the game, we should be on the same title page. But go ahead and try that out. And I'm on the game title code now. Okay, so it still doesn't work just yet, but we'll just need we'll just need to fix that in the player sprite real quick. So let's go to player sprite, and then let's move down inside the player sprite until we find right over here. This code over here in the player sprite, when I receive start game, we're going to locate this if statement. If player health is less than 1. And then game over and stop all. Okay, so in here, we're going to delete these two items.
Can you
Instead of,
help me real quick?
sorry, what?
Can you help me real quick with my thing?
Is it not working right now?
Um, well, kind of. It could you help me like at the end of class?
Oh yeah, sure. Is it the saving issue?
No, it's the title thing. I don't know where it is, but it has two play buttons on it. Both of them work, but I just don't want two of them on it.
Oh, I see. That's fine. We'll fix that.
Okay.
Okay. So over here, the reason we're gonna change this is because we changed how the game ended. So instead of having start sound game over, we're gonna delete that. We're gonna keep the stop all here. Actually, no, we're gonna delete stop all as well. But in here, we're gonna broadcast game over. Broadcast game over. And that's it. I think that should be it. So let's test it out. I'm gonna make my character die. There we go. Looks like it's working. And it's actually funny because the enemies do stay on the screen. I guess we can keep that if we want. Yeah, I think keeping that wouldn't be that bad. Wouldn't be bad at all. But when we start it, we should get reset. Wait a second. I can't shoot. Oh, I see the reason why. Okay. Okay, I got it. So what we actually need to do is after this, we're gonna have to fix up a few things. So let's go to the player bullet sprite. And then we're going to look for that game over code we just copied here. Below that, we're just going to add delete this clone. Delete this clone. So this deletes all the player bullet clones. And then we're going to go to enemy, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add delete this clone in the when I receive game over, because enemies also have clones. Yeah. And then we're going to do the same thing with power-ups. Go to the power-ups and then drag out delete this clone after the hide in the game over receives it. The power-ups. Finally, we're going to go to the effects display and do the same thing. We're going to find that game over code, and then we're going to add the delete this clone to make sure it all works.
Wait, what did you delete from the power-ups?
Oh, didn't delete anything. Just added delete this clone. Just
In
like the other
where?
ones. Where? I added it in the when I received game over. So right here.
Wait. Oh, wait. Okay.
Okay. Now once we have this, let's try dying again to see if it works. Okay, there we go. It actually does work. That is wonderful. Okay, now to kind of finish it up, we're gonna go to the player sprite. Then we're gonna scroll up a bit, and then we're gonna set money to 150 at the very beginning instead of 500. 500 is a bit much. When we start, we want the player to start at $150 dollars. So that means it gives them enough to buy the two extra guns. Um, Actually, maybe we should only do 100. Let's only do 100. I think that's fair. Set money to 100. It's in the player sprite.
Mine didn't work.
Sorry, what?
Mine didn't work. When I die, it still has a bunch of the leftover things left.
Oh, did you do the delete this clone in the enemy sprite after the
Uh,
stop other scripts in this, right? Because that's probably the most important one of all for them.
oh wait, okay. Wait, hang on.
Yeah, if you have that, then it deletes all the clones because each clone receives a message and they delete them.
Yeah, yeah, it technically did work.
Okay,
It's
that's wonderful then. I'm gonna try it out as well. I think maybe there may be a problem with it. We'll see.
But my computer has this weird duplicating thing where on my game title sprite where I drew it, there's only
Yep.
one of each thing. But then on the actual play screen, it has two two of the speedster and two of the play buttons. And only one of the play buttons work. And I can't on on the screen that I drew it on, I can't see the duplicate of the speedster and the duplicate of the play button.
Hmm. Maybe save your project and reload the page. Sometimes Scratch has like these kinds of problems. So go ahead and try that out first, and then we'll try something else. If that doesn't work, all right?
Okay.
Make sure to save it though. That's important.
Yep, it's the same. It still has duplicates.
Okay. Can you go ahead and share your screen real quick so I can see what's going on? Let me allow sharing. Yep, there you go. Wonderful.
So there's two here, but there's only one of each here.
Oh, I see the problem now. You're not supposed to have the actual button in this menu, so you can delete that play button you have right there. We only need it as an actual play button in the start game button sprite.
Well, how do I move the thing here to
Okay,
there?
so click the flag and then click the start game sprite. At
Start.
the very bottom. Yep, that one. And then go to the code. And then you can change the position in which it starts at by dragging out a go-to 00 in the when flag clicked. Just move
Okay,
it to the
great.
top, yeah. And then you can change the Y value and the X value. You could probably make the Y value like -40 and keep the X value the same and then press the flag and see if it works. Is that what you wanted? Or do you want it lower? You can change it.
Maybe like Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Uh,
Yep. Okay, wonderful. All right. What other functionality are we able to add? Um, let's see. Okay, so first of all, I guess this game will have it done. I mean, it is basically complete today. So next week we'll start by creating something else. So, do you all have ideas on what you all would want to see being created? What you all want us to create together? Anything can probably work. Any suggestions? Yeah, any ideas for the next class? Next thing we make? By you, Ray. Hey, no idea.
we could do something like Geometry Dash, or we,
You know
or
what?
we
That's
could,
actually, yeah, that's we could do that. That's actually a pretty good
or we
idea.
could do like something like a race game or something. Like
Uh-huh.
you have scratch like the I forgot what it was called.
Like the Dino Run.
It's like Mario where you guys are like
Uh,
racing like Bowser and people are like racing each other or something.
that seems a bit difficult, but Geometry Dash I can do because Geometry Dash is 2D. But if we were doing racing, 3D would be a pretty
Oh
difficult.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, we can do the geometry. Is everyone else fine with that? Doing the Geometry Dash one? And I think we can make it have it so we can have like we can design custom things basically. So, well, we can try that out, is what I mean. Okay. Well, then, I guess why don't we get started on that actually? That seems pretty fun. So, why don't we all go ahead and click the main Scratch button and then click after saving your thing, of course, after saving your project. And then go ahead and press the create button and we'll start a new thing. We can call this just Geometry Dash. I'm gonna name mine template because it's gonna be a template just in case. Um, and then we're gonna delete the first sprite, the first cat sprite that we have, and then we're just gonna draw a new sprite, paint a new sprite.
How do you add another project again?
Um, you go to the scratch button, and then once you're on the scratch main page, which is like once you're on the scratch main page, you just click the create button. So you click this
Oh,
button to
okay.
return back to the Scratch main page, and then you click the create button to create a new project. Okay,
Oh, okay.
now we're gonna create our first costume. So this empty costume we just made, we're gonna name this. I think we can just name this blocks, or maybe we call it tiles. Tiles may be better since they're like tiles. These are the actual blocks that are gonna make up the screen. And let's zoom in. Zoom in until you only see a 4 by 4 box, so 16 boxes total. Do you see those little boxes right there? Zoom in until you see that, and then we're gonna draw our first box. And this is gonna be basically the normal like I guess the regular just like block. Make sure that it does actually fit within. Make sure it's like exactly almost exactly how should I say how almost exactly flush with the sides, I guess. So make sure like it's just barely touching that edge.
Wait,
Or
a
else
four
it
by four?
yes, a 4 by 4. And then what color is like the Geometry Dash like stuff? I have it right here, so let me go check that real quick. I think it's blue. But you don't have to make it exactly the same as actual geometry dash, of course. Oh, wait, it's a gradient from black to blue, I think. Okay, so what we can do is we're gonna make it a white outline just like the actual game. Or not a white outline. We can try to copy it. And of course you don't have to do the same thing as actual game, but it would be cool. And then we're gonna go to fill, and then there's actually this nice little
How
tool.
do you do a white outline?
White outline, you click the shape and then you click outline, and then you change the color to 0, or not the color, the brightness to 100 to make it a white color. And then the actual geometry dash like box is gonna look something like this. So we're gonna click this gradient option right over here. There's gonna be this option to make very like unique shapes right there. We're gonna click that option, and now we have a gradient. And basically, what we can do here is we can make it kind of like the geometry dash. And I'm gonna make the top. The top, I think it looks, yeah, it looks like blackish, and then the bottom looks much more like, I guess, bluish, just like that. That's kind of what the geometry dash block looks like.
Is this the actual character that's going to be bouncing around?
No, these are the blocks that are gonna be there.
So
So
they're,
then, yeah, so this is
uh,
like, we should call this just like, what should we just name this? We should just name this, I guess, block. And then let's go to the background real quick, the stage. And then let's make the background let's just fill up the background with a box that looks something like this. And I guess
do
we
I
can just
just,
keep it like this. Why
do we
not just keep it
paint,
like
do we
gradient?
paint the background?
We just use a box. I just used a box. So I boxed the entire background. It's kind of bad. So now we have the tile, and it looks pretty nice with the background.
Wait, how did you?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, wait, okay. No, no. I was wondering how you got the same exact thing again.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to be the same, but if it is the same, that would be pretty good, pretty nice. Okay, next we can design the spike. So let's go to the back to the tile sprite, and then let's duplicate this block sprite that we have. And let's name it spike. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna click this reshape button, which is the mouse pointer with a little dot. And then let's just double click one of the dots to make it disappear. Now we have a triangle. Now we're going to move this second dot to the center on the top to make it the spike. So now we have a spike and a block. Okay. Now we're going to go to the code. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drag out a when I receive new message, start game. And also, we're going to drag it out when flag clicked. And then when flag clicked, we're going to make it set the size to 200%. We want it to be double the size that it is right now. So boom. Set size to 200. And then save your project. And then that's going to be it for today. We just started this, but we will continue it next week. So it's going to be pretty nice. So once you're done, we're done for today. So you may leave now and have a great afternoon. Yeah, have a great day. Okay,
Thank-
that's it for today.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Of course, bye. All right, bye everyone.